Everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back to the show. I appreciate you being here, guys. We've got loads of talk, breaking news all over the shop. We're going to chat about it. We're going to chat about David Moyes' massive bomb that he just released nationwide on this news that Ruben Amorim is not coming to Liverpool because Liverpool do not want Ruben Amorim. Like what I said when I did a video a few weeks back when I said, have we actually got the players that suit Ruben Amorim's style of football? Yeah? I did say it. Is it possible that Jose Mourinho becomes the next Liverpool manager? Michael Edwards has said publicly, the choice I am going to make for Liverpool manager will not be popular, but it will be the correct choice. I'm just putting it out there. Also, Arne Slot, the final manager, who is now second favourite, is now favourite, number one favourite, I believe, with Sky Bet right now to be the next Liverpool manager. Arne Slot. Phil Mitchell is apparently going to be the next Liverpool manager. So much to talk about. We're going to talk about why all this is happening, what's going on. We'll go have K-Mac join us shortly, a chat about this as well. Liverpool's next manager could be Arne Slot and his assistant. There they are there. There's Liverpool's next managers, Arne Slot and his assistant right there. That could be the case, man. That could be the case. Arne Slot and his assistant manager right there. New Liverpool managers. They are favourites of the job as we speak. But I've got a funny feeling about Jose Mourinho. I don't know why. Maybe because if I do get Mourinho, I'll win $5,000 because I put a bet on Mourinho to be the next Liverpool manager. You know, I just put a bet on Jose Mourinho to be the next Liverpool manager. And if it goes through, I'll get $5,000. So part of me is hoping that Mourinho becomes Liverpool manager, yeah? I'm shocked that a lot of people don't want Mourinho as Liverpool manager, though. A born winner. Why people don't want Mourinho as manager? I'd have Mourinho on a short-term basis. Why not? I love it, man. I'm here for the vibes. I'll have him as a... But remember, Michael Edwards himself has said it won't be a popular decision, but it'll be the correct decision. Yeah, this has got nothing to do with John W. Henry before everyone talks about FSG out and all this. This is Michael Edwards, man. Michael Edwards is in charge of the football club. Michael Edwards is in charge of our football club. He runs our football club. He's in charge of finding a new manager. I believe right now look, I'd love it to be Jose Mourinho. We're going to talk about Mourinho later. He was at Craven Cottage. Now, he was at the Fulham-Liverpool game at Craven Cottage. One of the things is he could have just been taken in the game because he does live in the area. He's got a house, I believe, in Fulham Road, is it? Or around Knightsbridge or in that area. So he lives in the area. So he probably wanted to go and see a Premier League game. So we'll just leave it as that. Or, you know, he could be there because he could be there because it's going to be Mourinho. I'd love it to be Mourinho. I want Mourinho for the vibes. I'm sorry. I'm a bastard. Right? I'm a bastard where this is concerned. I would just love Mourinho to come in just for a laugh. I could do it I could do a Mourinho for 3 years. Why not? Give me Mourinho for 3 years, man. Give me Mourinho for 3 years for a giggle. I'm begging Michael Edwards now. Fuck it. I'm actually begging Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes to sign Mourinho up for 3 years. I want it. I want it. I want Mourinho in charge. I don't think Mourinho's the players we got. I reckon we do better than a lot of people think. You know, I think he'd do a lot better than people give him credit for, man. He did well with Roma. I think he'll do well with Liverpool for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Short-term goal. Yeah, long-term gains. Yeah. That's what I'm saying here. Short-term goal, long-term gains. Let's go for it, yeah? Let's go for it. Let's get our right manager after. So there must be something now, Amorin, that Mark Edwards don't like. There must be something now. I said it in a video a while back, when we're doing our tactical breakdown of Ruben Amorim. I said on that video that I don't think we have the players that suit a Ruben Amorim way of playing. I really don't. It'd take a massive overhaul for us to get players in that suits a Ruben Amorim way of playing. And I think they want to go totally away from the Jurgen Klopp way of playing football. Ruben Amorim plays at a high press, high intensity, the same way Jurgen Klopp does. And Michael Edwards has come out and said he doesn't want a manager that is like Klopp in any kind of way. And he doesn't want, and he's the person that gets the job will be a big shock. It won't be a popular decision, but it'll be the right decision. That is the quote that's going around at the moment. It won't be it won't be popular, but it'll be the correct decision. So what is the popular decision? What is the non-popular decision amongst the Liverpool fan base? Well, at this moment in time, let me look at my phone. So the two favourites right now for the Liverpool job are Arne Slot and De Zerbi. Now, you got to remember, Richard Hughes is always wanted De Zerbi at Bournemouth. He tried to get De Zerbi time ago. Richard Hughes really rates De Zerbi. Now, we know Liverpool were in contact with De Zerbi months ago. Is it going to be De Zerbi? Is it going to be De Zerbi? Is it going to be Arne Slot? Is it going to be Mourinho? For me, it's going to be one of them three now. It's going to be one of them three. It's going to be one of them three. Liverpool apparently don't see Amorin as the preferred replacement for Jurgen Klopp. That is the news that Einstein's putting out today. Liverpool don't see him as the preferred choice. Big up Adam in the chat. Adam, if you're available, do you want to come on, man? Adam, I'll send you the link. If you're available, you can come in, man. I'll send you the link. All right, I'll DM you. Because Adam said this the other day. We were looking at Adam, like, he might be right, Adam said this the other day. Let me get the link to Adam. See if he wants to come in. Adam, I sent you a link if you're available, man. Can you imagine Mourinho at Liverpool? Can you imagine Mourinho at Liverpool? Mourinho's always wanted to be Liverpool manager. He might be getting his chance, Might be getting to get K-Mac in there as well. Big up my man K-Mac. Is he coming in? All right. Where is it? Hang on. Well, if I did that, help him come in. There you go. My man, how you doing?
How do you, mate? I had technical issues.
Technical issues. The gremlins are out. It's just. No Amorin. So I said on my video, I did a video a few weeks ago. I can't remember what video it was. I can get it up in a minute. That I said we haven't got the players to play Amorin's way of football, and apparently Michael Edwards agrees. Arne Slot is now the out-and-out favourite for the Liverpool job. I think 48 hours ago he was third on Sky Bet for the Liverpool job out of nowhere, and the bookies always know. The bookies always know. At the moment, Arne Slot, Roberto De Zerbi, and Mourinho are the three favourites. It looks like it'd be one of them three. What do you say, man? What do you say?
Well, look, he was at the game. He was at the game yesterday.
That's
it
what
wasn't Arne Slot.
Mourinho was at the game yesterday.
He's got a really bad name, by the way.
Arne Slot is not the greatest name in the world, is it?
No, he's not going to be Liverpool manager for that name.
I said about him being at the game, and the only thing I could say, it could just be a coincidence that he's at the game. Also, I believe he lives on that road as well, don't he?
I don't know.
I think he's got a house.
He's been talking about Liverpool a lot lately.
He's got a house on Fulham Road, I believe. And
he's been talking about Liverpool a lot, which is interesting.
He's always wanted to be Liverpool manager, man. He's always wanted to be Liverpool manager.
Well, at the moment, mate, we're letting a lot of people who always want to be Liverpool manager be Liverpool manager. We've already done it for Sven. We might as well give Mourinho his chance.
I'll tell you what, I'm here for Mourinho vibes for 2 or 3 years.
Mate, I'm here all day for Mourinho.
I'm just.
So we go from the normal one to the special one, really?
Could you imagine that? But look, we have got to look into the details of all this, because I think it's been there the whole time, right? And you and me have reported on all these things, yeah. But if you look at the stuff coming out the club, it's been there the whole time. Like Michael Edwards saying that coming out the club with Michael Edwards, Ornstein saying about Michael Edwards saying that the next manager of Liverpool Football Club won't be the popular decision, but it'll be the correct decision.
And it won't be an emotional decision.
Yeah. Also, they've said they don't want a manager that plays similar to the style of Jurgen Klopp. Now, the only bits I know about Amorin is that he does play high intensity, high press game, right? He's got a high intensity, high press game in the formation system he plays, but he does like high press, high intensity. He likes to win the ball back very quickly in the attacking areas of the pitch, a bit like Jurgen Klopp. So if we go with this wording that's always been literally in front of our face, in seriousness, it looks like Amorim was a choice, but he weren't the first choice. And I don't think Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes have ever let out the bag who the first choice actually is, ever.
No, and I suppose that's what's so good about Edwards, isn't it? He keeps his cards close to his chest all the time. The interesting one as well is when Amorim came out and said, like, no. We were all like, oh, is he just saying that because he's supposed to? Which is fair enough. Like, his club's like about to win the double. So it's like, yeah, fair enough. And then you've got Ornstein saying he's not their first choice. Like, Ornstein's always said that Amorin wasn't Liverpool's first choice. So there could be another guy there. And he's talked about Thiago Motta as another person. But the fact that Arne Slot's just come from nowhere, I'm not having another Dutch guy. I'm not. I'm not. We've got too many Dutch people at Liverpool. No.
It literally has come from absolutely nowhere.
But my worry with Mourinho, and this is my worry with Mourinho, okay? He doesn't give youth a chance. He doesn't. No. It's not his bag. Like, he's all about the trophies. Yeah. He's all about winning, like, no matter what. And you know what? I think it's about time we got that. It's about time we got a manager that just went, you know what? I don't give a crap about anything. I just want to win trophies for Liverpool. That's it. Like, I'm not here for friends. Not here for friends. Not here for adverts. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for trophies. And, you know, like, love him or hate him, Mourinho is just a winner. He's just a winner. Like, you can't say that he wouldn't have won with Tottenham, because he won a trophy with Tottenham. He would have. like he won 2 trophies with Man United, and they were absolutely garbage. Like, he won with Roma, and they were garbage. Like stick him in a Liverpool team with cash. Jeez.
Yeah. De Zerbi isn't good enough for our club. Liverpool will never win anything under De Zerbi. I'm looking at the favourites right now. So, yeah, look, the Mourinho thing, guys, is a bit of me, yeah? I'm not saying Mourinho's going to get the job, yeah? I should have actually put a question. I did put a question mark, I think, on the thing. So, it's just I don't actually think Mourinho will get the job, right? The only reason I want Mourinho to get the job, because if he does, I win $5,000. That is...
That's fair enough.
I put a cheeky bet when Klopp decided he was going to leave Liverpool back in the beginning of the year. I decided to put a cheeky bet on Mourinho and
Mate,
a
that could pay
£10
off
bet.
for you,
I
that.
put a £10 bet on Mourinho, and that would come out as £5,000. So that is part of the reason I put the cheeky bet on Jose Mourinho. For anyone like, so I don't think it'd be Mourinho. I'd love it to be Mourinho for the vibes. I'm not lying. I'd love 2 or 3 years of Mourinho, but I'm not. I think our transition might need Mourinho ball for 2 years to get over everything. You know, less injuries, less fatigue. You know, just to get over that Klopp ball for 9 years. You know, I think a Mourinho type football would work. But at this moment in time, the odds-on favourite for the Liverpool job is Arne Slot. Arne Slot right now is the absolutely out-and-out favourite right now for the Liverpool job. Scott, as the bets are changing constantly, Ruben Amorim's gone down the list now. Ruben Amorim was the favourite. Now, with this news coming out from David Moyes today, who doesn't get much wrong, let's be fair, that's gone right down now, and Arne Slot is now number 1 choice. Now, obviously, Arne Slot was Tottenham were a big admirer of him before they got Big Angin. That's the only other time I've ever heard his name mentioned with managerial jobs. I think he's the manager of Feyenoord, I believe. I can't sit here and tell everyone what he plays like, how he plays, what's his system like. I have no idea.
He always ends up in the Premier League in Football Manager.
There you go.
That's all I know about him. He always ends up in the Premier League after like a year or 2 in Football Manager, Arne Slot, and it's a really unfortunate name. So I think Captain Sal wrote he'd rather have Arnie Schwarzenegger.
Oh man. Bread Machine says, no, it is Mourinho, Jamie. He said he's ready to be back. I'm telling you.
Don't read that out. Don't read that last comment out.
If it's Mourinho, not only am I £5,000 richer, which woohoo, get a 4K camera, like everything. If I get this,
we're all winners. We're all winners.
I'm telling you what. Yeah, I might. Yeah. Joe, the champ says, hi, James. Do these managers have a problem working with Michael Edwards? Question. No. What I think it is that here's what I think it is, right? Michael Edwards keeps everything close to his chest. He's already said multiple times. It's come out. David Moyes has mentioned this loads of times. Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards are the 2 people in charge at finding the brand new manager of Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, they're the new people. They're the people. It's not John W. Henry. It's not anything about that. It's not about. I've seen people say we ain't going for Amorin because he's got a £15 million release clause. Liverpool paid 40-odd million for Gravenberch. They're not going to be bothered about a £15 million release clause. Like, this is mental. You know, it's got nothing to do with that sort of stuff. It's John W. Henry's left it to Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards is in charge of our football club. This is what people got to start understanding. He runs our football club. John W. Henry's the owner. We're like a franchise. You know, we're like a franchise. And the person who runs that franchise is Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards runs our football club. Simple as that. So it's up. All this is down on Michael Edwards, man. He will find, in his opinion, the right person to run this football club. And the right person to run this football club for him is either Mourinho, De Zerbi, or Arne Slot. Now, I don't know much about Arne Slot, K-Mac. I don't know what you know.
Well, like I obviously did a little bit of research because his name came up all over the internet, and he's been like touted as like the Dutch Mourinho, which is some title to have. I mean, he won the league with Feyenoord last year, didn't he? Because Feyenoord won the league last year, I believe. and he's second in the league behind PSV, and he's also won. I think he's won a European competition, and he's been runner-up. So he's obviously done bits. He sold a couple of players as well. I'm pretty sure Kudos came from there, didn't he? I'm pretty sure Kudos came from Feyenoord. No, he didn't. Sinistera came from Feyenoord, and a couple of other players. So he's used to like selling players and replacing them. But like seriously, like he's a bit like Ten Hag. Like I knew nothing about him until he came to the Premier League. Like everyone like might have known about Ten Hag, but I didn't have a clue who Ten Hag was. There you go. Kudos was from Ajax. So little do I know about Dutch managers and Dutch players and Dutch leagues. But I would like to say I trust Edwards. I don't really know whether to do on that one. But if he gets Mourinho, then I'm all behind Edwards and Mourinho. And the interesting thing, I see everyone having a meltdown in the chat there about Mourinho saying he'll call FSG out. Maybe he doesn't need to call FSG out, because maybe when he turns up, they give him money, because they always have. Like, let's just think about that one, and then we can all eat humble pie then about FSG. But I still feel like it's Amorin, mate. I still do.
So
I still do. Like his agents moved. His agents just bought a flat in Liverpool. Like,
yeah, that is true.
Like, why is his agent buying a flat in Liverpool? Like, I know he's the same agent as Diaz. I know that, but I don't know. There's too much behind Amorim, which makes me think it's him, mate. Too much.
Let's put some news out there. So breaking news here: Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes were saying that April will be about conducting interviews with multiple candidates. The pair, this is where everyone's got to be thingy here. The pair are not afraid to make a bold appointment. So this has got nothing to do with John W. Henry, Tom Werner, or anything like this. Let me give you it again. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes will be, this April will be about conducting interviews on multiple candidates. And the pair are not afraid to make a bold appointment. Now, I said this when Michael Edwards came back to Liverpool Football Club. When Michael Edwards came back to Liverpool Football Club, I said, if he's in charge of our football club, he's got to do things his way with no one telling him any different. He can do what he wants now. And as it says there, make a bold appointment. So that means basically the appointment he might make might not be the appointment he might make might not be the best appointment, not most popular appointment. You know, fans might be like, who's this shithead? Why have we got this man? Who's this geezer? Like, why have we got Arnie Slot? But we don't know. You know, 2 years' time, Arnie Slot could do absolutely bits of Liverpool. We just don't know. You know, we can't play. Let's not play the popularity game here, guys. Let's not play the popularity game. Let's play the right game. Let's have a look who, you know, Liverpool go in charge. Right. I'm going to give some more betting odds, because not only is Arnie Slot favourite now, guess who's third favourite? Guess who's third favourite for the Liverpool job? Gary O'Neill.
Ooh.
The top three favourites.
I might win some money there.
It keeps changing. It keeps changing. So at the betting thing I'm on at the moment, I won't say it out because they're not sponsored and they're not getting credibility. But the top three people at the moment are Arnie Slot is favourite, Roberto De Zerbi is second favourite, Gary O'Neill is third favourite, and Thiago Motta is fourth favourite for the Liverpool job right now. Let's get Adam in here as well. Bigger.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. I'm going to win more money than you if O'Neill gets it, because I put a cheeky bet on him.
Right, Adam's the one who actually broke this news. I ain't gonna lie, Adam broke this news the other day about.
I never said a word about that, Adam. Like, I was gonna say, like, do you remember the conversation we had in the group?
Yeah. To be fair, like when I first heard it and that, I didn't believe it. Like I said to you, I was like, "Is he having us on there?" And to be fair, I did message you yesterday when he was at the game and that, and I was like, "Oh, he's there." And then, but to be fair, still, after this news, I'm still kind of thinking it's going to be Amorim. I think like his agent's bought a flat. He don't do that for Diaz when Diaz is potentially looking for another move. That don't happen. And then Ornstein did say that Edwards would not come back categorically. Like that's circling the internet that I've seen recently now. I don't know. I think it might be a little bit of brinkmanship, you know, from Amorim just testing the market. Maybe he's seen the offer from Liverpool and he's like, oh, I'm not too keen on like this type of stuff or this type of stuff or whatever it is. And he's just like, oh, I'll just go see what West Ham have got to say. And then that news just gets out. And then I don't know, like, but you've got to think at the same time, like Liverpool might not like to be messed about as well. So they might just, even though they like him, they might be like, we're not up for these games.
Yes. This is mad. Like the Amorin stuff.
If anyone's gonna turn around and just quash a manager, like because they're taking too much time, or just like, you know, maybe putting Liverpool on hold, then it's gonna be Edwards. Like he'll just be like, yeah, whatever, mate. We'll just move on. Like,
yeah,
the list is long. Like there's a lot of candidates who want this job.
Well, here's the updated list.
One of them's called Slot.
I think if I go by betting things, I think that means Arne Slot is like the favourite at 3-1 now. Roberto De Zerbi 4-1. Nagelsmann 8-1. I don't know why he's so short when he's just signed a new contract with Germany. I don't know why Pep Linders is 8-1 either when he said he's leaving. There's another name there, Lo. There's a name that stands out there. Can you all see what name I'm talking about? He's in between Pep and Jose.
Thomas Tuchel,
Tommy T. Tommy T ain't going to have a job.
It's an interesting one with him though, because he always takes over a club after Klopp.
Yeah,
it will be another one. Be his third. He did Mainz, he did Dortmund.
Tommy T. What are we saying about Tommy T, guys? What are we saying? Because he's got to be wanting a job. Would Mark Edwards be that thing to go and appoint Tommy Tuchel? I don't know, Tommy Tuchel.
I don't know. Like he worked as like a sporting director at Chelsea, didn't he? Before the takeover, and then when the takeover happened, it all seemed to just fall apart when certain people left the club in that. So I don't know. Probably, like you say, it could be, yeah. But I don't know. This I've just literally was talking about this as well earlier. Like, do you not think I think it's a year to the day as well that the same thing happened with Bellingham, where Bellingham's entourage or whatever was supposed to be in Liverpool having a discussion with Liverpool, and then the day later, Liverpool are no longer interested now. Like, and that supposedly have happened this weekend with Amorim. Like, his reps are supposedly been in or are in Liverpool now. So,
I mean, the whole list here. So Sky Better got it up. Ruben Amorim 7-4, Arne Slot, then De Zerbi, Nagelsmann, Pep Linders, Tommy Tuchel, Mourinho 14-1 now. No, that's gone down loads. Gary O'Neill, Unai Emery, and Eddie Howe. Right,
I'd be all behind Gary O'Neill, by the way.
Let's take Amorim out of the thing in a minute, because just think, like, let's just put him to the side a minute. Adam, who are you having out of that list? Because I don't think there's a big list. Liverpool next managers. You know, we're hearing now that, you know, Richard Hughes and Mark Edwards are saying they will make a bold decision that might not be popular, but in their opinion will be the right choice. Who do you think if it's not?
It's not
who do you think it's going to be? Because we know De Zerbi was Richard Hughes is a big fan of De Zerbi. We know that.
See, with De Zerbi, all the journalists are adamant that he's not fit for Liverpool. They've all said that he's not the guy. So, to be fair, I feel like it's because just if you look at the list of the age of like the managers that apparently have pulled out of the race, Alonso and Amorim, there's only a few years difference in between them. So it looks like if you're to believe that, it's supposed to be a young manager again, you'd say.
Yeah, that's what they want, a young coach.
So you'd probably look at someone like a Gary O'Neill or I don't know how old Arne Slot is. I think he might be like 44, 45 or something, maybe.
Yeah. I think most of these are Arne Slot, De Zerbi, Tuchel.
Nagelsmann's obviously just signed that new deal at Germany, so I don't know why he's there.
No, neither do I.
It ain't going to be Pep Linders, especially now that Edwards is back.
Yeah, he's off.
I don't know. Honestly, I'd probably say if it's not going to be Amorim, it'd probably be the Slot guy or
Slot guy.
Gary O'Neill or something.
It's funny, isn't it? Like seriously, like we're Liverpool FC, and we haven't got a clue who the guy is, who's the favourite. Like, none of us actually know who he is.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about it, and I'll say this now, and it'd be good if the chat could kind of get involved in this. We're losing Jurgen Klopp, who's been with us for like 9 years. Like this is insane. Like this is a mammoth task for anybody. Like, have they sat down and gone, look, we're going to get a young guy who's won some trophies. Yeah, he's kind of proven in his league. But do we really just need someone to steady the ship for a year or two? Is that more important? And who's the guy on that list who's going to do that? There's only 2 guys on that list that are going to do that. One of them's Jose Mourinho, and the other one's Tommy Tuchel. Like Tommy Tuchel has a great season in his first year all the time. He just does.
Yeah.
And they both got pedigree. They both walk into a dressing room, and all the players will be like, "Yeah, I'm listening to you, mate. Yeah. You want me to check? You want me to do things differently? Okay. You want me to do something different than Klopp taught me? Okay, I'll do that. But a 39-year-old, 38-year-old guy, are they going to get the respect off Virgil van Dijk? Even Trent, to a certain extent, like he's been there, done it. Like, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like, they're certainly not going to respect De Zerbi.
Well,
or Arne Slot.
Some other news coming out is saying that apparently Liverpool are a bit put off as well with sporting higher-ups desperately wanting to keep Amorin, and Amorin looking like he's leaning to maybe staying at Sporting. And they're exploring multiple options, and they've said that it's data-driven and not a popularity contest. They're not going for the popular choice. I think they might.
Well, you know that is.
They might piss everyone off. They might piss everyone off. They're also saying that they want a manager that's going to be there for long term. So I think that can count Mourinho out on that. But if they're looking for someone long term, they're looking for a younger coach. If you look at De Zerbi and, Alonso, what are they, 38 and 44? It's like they want a young coach who can be there for 10 years. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So
I will say this though as well. If Alonso and Amorim have both been approached, I don't believe that they've just gone, nah, I'll stay at Leverkusen and Sporting there's nothing behind it. I think, there has to be something wrong with the offer or the power structure or something where they're just kind of like, I'm not too keen on that, to be honest. I don't know. It doesn't sit well. Maybe that's just me being a Liverpool fan, thinking like, with the biggest club in the world, whatever, and no one would reject us. And maybe I'm just being a little bit, stupid in thinking that. And they're thinking about the longevity of their career. And if they come in and replace Jurgen Klopp and it goes sour, is it going to affect them long term, whatever? But I don't know. It doesn't sit right that 2 people that are supposedly the front runners for the job have all of a sudden just decided, nah, I don't want it.
Yeah, and what's that young guy, that young manager who went to manage at Saudi, and he was meant to be the next up-and-coming manager?
Oh, the guy at Stuttgart.
Yeah, he's like 35 or something. He went and managed it.
Yeah, is he like Hunes or something like that?
Yeah. Everyone raved about him, and everyone was saying everyone said he's the next big coach.
Has he gone to Saudi?
He went to Saudi this season, I believe, didn't he?
I thought he was at Stuttgart still.
Everyone was shocked by
Ralph Hunes. Is it Ralph Hunes?
Yeah, I think so.
He's supposed to be like, he's supposed to be a good manager.
I hope it
you know,
ain't Stevie. I'm not going to lie. I love Stevie the bits, but no.
I mean, he'll get time.
Yeah, well, yeah, Stevie.
We'll
I
give
think
it
anyone's
time.
got to get time. I don't think we don't really sack managers. I literally think whoever comes in will be told, like, you're going to have time to rebuild your team and do what you need to do, because you're taking over a legend at the football club who's been here for almost 9 years. So the guy have to, you know, for the first year, it might not be plain sailing, but it might need a year or two to get themselves going. So I'm not. It is damn interesting.
Also, another name that I've heard as well is Marco Rose. He's a name I've heard as well. Leipzig's manager.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
He comes from the Red Bull Managers Academy. He did Salzburg as well. I've heard
he was on a list of managers that they were talking about on the Athletic. I think they did like some sort of theory stuff where they look at the data and stuff and which managers would more suit replacing Klopp and keeping things as they are. The Stuttgart manager were number 1. I think Rosa was like number 2, and then number 4 was like Michael Carrick. So yeah,
you know what though? You know what? I think he's been absolutely sensational for them. By the way, like brand new manager as well. He's only like, was he 30? Was he 36, 37? Isn't he? He's not
something
actually
like
that old.
A lot of people think
all those idiots at Man U as well when he was in the backroom staff.
Now, look, Amorin could still obviously get the job.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. There's conflicting news going online at the moment, saying like I think Fabrizio is basically saying the opposite of Ornstein at the moment. He's saying that like the Amorin deal is still there. It's not gone anywhere right now, but Liverpool are just basically hedging their bets and just chatting to other managers at the same time. But then Ornstein's basically saying like West Ham have put themselves in the hat for Amorin, but West Ham would only have done that if they knew that he weren't going to Liverpool. Because if Ruben Amorim's free to join a club next season, West Ham ain't going to compete with Liverpool for Ruben Amorim. It's just not going to happen. So West Ham should apparently, you would think West Ham would be going in for Amorim right now if David Moyes is leaving, because they've had assurances that Amorim ain't going to Liverpool, surely. Otherwise, why would West Ham try Adam?
I don't know. Yeah, sounds about right. I feel like I think this might be leaked by Amorim's side just to basically get it out there that there's other people in the party for him. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if that Pedro Sepulveda pops up, because he's been non-stop ever since this thing started, and he's been stunned today since this came out. And the other journalist I'm looking to see as well, if he says got anything to say, is Paul Joyce. Now, normally when something like this happens, Joyce and Ornstein are like simultaneously, like they do something at the same time. Joyce is quiet, so I'm just kind of wondering, like, if he puts something out later on tonight, then I'll probably lean to more towards the fact that it's not happening. Like Amorin's not happening, but I don't know. I'll have to just wait and see what happens on that front. But yeah, I just think I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing. It really is. And you can put like a tinfoil hat on all the time and just start diving down these wells and everything. But yeah, I honestly think that Amorim's still on, and I think that this is just all part of the game a little bit. I don't know. Until Paul Joyce says different, I think I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, we'll wait for the Paul Joyce thing. It'll probably be tonight.
Someone just wrote something in the chat then. I don't even know whether this is true or not. Did Thomas Tuchel sign Mbappe for PSG? Was he the manager when they signed Mbappe? Because that is nuts. If he got Mbappe.
I can't remember, to be honest. I can't remember who was in charge.
And was he the manager that signed Dembele as well for Dortmund? I've got a bad track record there, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Dembele joined.
No, he wasn't.
Dembele joined Dortmund the year after Klopp left, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, that was Tuchel then. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Tommy Tuchel. Blimey.
Yeah, look, I think what we got to think of here now, guys, is this is going to be a different Liverpool. This is going to be a different Liverpool next season. You know, we are. I know the people in the chat are saying no, he don't suit the way Liverpool play. He's not a Liverpool kind of person. I actually think, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think Mark Edwards is changing all that now. I think he's going to change. Wait, quiet you. Sorry, the son just walked past the door singing for some reason. I literally think Mark Edwards is changing the way we are looked at and maybe want to be. He's got no hands tied no more, has he? He pretty much runs the football club. He's in charge. What do you guys reckon? Is this going to be a different Liverpool next year with Mark Edwards in charge, where we say, oh, he's not a Liverpool-like person, but maybe someone's a winner and Mark Edwards just wants a winner in charge? What do you reckon,
Adam? Maybe. I think that Edwards left because Klopp started getting more power around transfers and that. And that's why when Julian Ward took over and it was supposed to be like his dream job, and he left like 6 months later. So I think they're not going to... I'm going back on what I told you guys. Like, I don't think he's going to bring somebody in, Edwards, that's going to challenge him. Because he's had that already. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he wants to be like undermined and everything like that. So I do think there'd be a change of style of play and everything like that. I think there'd be a change. Like, I think football goes in cycles, doesn't it? And we seem to be coming around to the three at the back type thing again now. That seems to be coming back around. And I think the Gengham press is kind of dying out a little bit. It's not happening anymore. Liverpool haven't done it properly for ages now. So I do think there'll be a change in that sense. And I think, to be fair, we'll probably end up going back and signing players that we've never even heard of. Like, I think if we were to get, say, Amorim again, I think he brings one or two with him from Sporting to help set his, his style of play up. And then we'll just start hearing players that no one's heard of. Like, that comes in like a DM, like Alan Varala at Porto. He seems to be someone that's popped up a fair few times. And, but yeah, I think we'll go back to what we were around about the time when we signed Salah and Mane. I think we're going to go back to that type of like transfer outlook.
No, I agree. I agree. What do you reckon, K-Mac?
Well, the interesting thing about that is Edwards isn't the director of football. He's the COO. So he's the director of FSG football group. So it's actually Hughes. And Hughes is basically a bit like Edwards. Like, the pair of them, like, they're so really similar with everything. Like, they were both chasing the same players for years and years. Like, you can read up on that. It's a real interesting read. And he's getting the band back together. Like, he's already got David Woodfine as the assistant director of football, who was our loan director. And he's also probably going to get Julian Ward back, by the way. So it makes sense. I mean, and what you said before about Edwards left because Klopp undermined him basically, and his team. It's true, but Klopp's an old school manager and does things like Alex Ferguson did, like where he just runs the club top to bottom. Like, it's his way or the highway. And it looks like it was for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So now that's going to change. We're going to get a coach, not a manager. We're going to get a coach. So you need to look at the younger guys, not the older guys, because the younger guys are used to working with directors of football. And that's how they've been brought into the game. I still think it's Amorin, by the way. Like, he did his coaching badges in Ireland. Like, he speaks English. He's got a good track record against English teams, by the way, in Europe. So he probably hasn't got any problem like climatizing to the Premier League. I think it probably is maybe his side leaking some information to maybe get a deal done quicker, because maybe Liverpool are looking around too much and we've still got a couple of other people and they just want to get it done. or maybe they're negotiating about the release clause, because there was rumours that it was 8.4 million, and then it kind of went up to like 14 million. So it's gone up and down. So maybe it could be about that, just getting Liverpool to just sort out that release clause quicker. Or it could be about like the players that he wants, or the money that he wants, or who he wants to bring with him, or any of the coaching staff. This is a lot. It's not just one guy. We need to replace everybody in the back room. Like, that's a huge deal. Like, everyone's going. Like, even the academy people are going, apparently. So let's see.
Yeah,
It won't be
think
Gary O'Neill.
I don't think it's going to be a popular choice, but it might be the right choice, like they keep saying. But so Amorin has also been under consideration at Liverpool. This is what Ornstein is saying. Although it looks unlikely, he will prove the preferred candidate in the process to replace outgoing boss Jurgen Klopp. Although it looks unlikely, he will prove the preferred candidate. So even Ornstein's saying they've been speaking, but he doesn't prove to be the preferred candidate. Like, who is the preferred candidate? I just finals. Arne Slot is now the bookie's favourite to take over from Jurgen Klopp. Do you know Arne Slot 24 hours ago was 50-1 to be the next Liverpool manager? He's now 3-1.
3-1,
which means someone knows something out there.
Jeez.
Someone knows something out there. There's no doubt about it. Someone knows something out there. But Arne Slot, guys, Adam, do you know much about Arne Slot?
Couldn't tell you a thing. Not gonna lie. Couldn't tell you.
Got you on.
I have no idea about. Do you know anything about Arne Slot apart from these Dutch?
I think he's won the league once with them, with Feyenoord
last year,
a couple of years ago, and I think he got to 2 finals in the Conference League with Feyenoord, and I think they're second in the league now, behind PSV, I think, because Ajax are shit right now.
So who is Arne Slot? Let me just read a bit out about who is Arne Slot. I've got an article here. So who is Arne Slot? During his playing days, a 45-year-old, so he's a young manager as well, who played for the likes of Swallow, AC Breda, Sparta Rotterdam, and PEC, whoever they are. After retiring in 2013, Slot became the youth team coach at PEC before moving to SC Cambuur as an assistant coach. Slot eventually became the head coach of AC Alkmaar during COVID-19, Hammonds' first season in charge in 2020. Slot was sacked after negotiating a deal to take over at Feyenoord. Under Slot, Feyenoord finished third in the Eredivisie during his first season in charge. He also took them to the final of the Europa League conference, in which the Rotterdam club lost to Mourinho's Roma. Last season, he led the club to their first league title since 2017. There's a little breakdown of Arne Slot there. When I'm reading that breakdown,
I did know a little bit about him.
Yeah,
I knew about the club.
I'm reading that and I'm thinking, he
turned down Spurs. He turned down Spurs last
season,
season. Someone, right?
Yeah, he turned down Spurs. He ain't stupid. He's obviously got some intelligence. Graham Potter, don't say that forever. Do not say Graham Potter. I think Graham Potter was an international job the last time I heard.
I'd rather have Graham Potter than Arne Slot, by the way.
You know the main thing, right? I'm not going to be right. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are going to be up in arms. Twitter's going to be up in arms. Content creators are going to be up in arms. Whoever our manager is now, I'm going to play the wait and see game. I'm going to play the wait and see game because I think there's some excellent coaches out there right now that are doing very good jobs. No one thought Mikel Arteta would be a great coach, and look what he's done at Arsenal, given time. I think there's some good coaches out there, and I feel like we just got to give them time. I know a lot of the fan base will say, but we're Liverpool, it's different, bloody blah, bloody blah. I think times are changing, guys. Times are changing and things are going to change. Football's changing. everything, evolution in football is changing. Everything's changing, and I think Liverpool need to change as well. And I think the football club want to go away from everything we've been doing for the last 9 years and change into something else. I think this team is shattered. I think if you go and get a manager that plays the high intensity game and the high press game, the same as Klopp, you're just going to see the same progress in fatigue, injuries, and tiredness along the way. So I literally feel like the club won't go into a total change. And also, you've got to look at the players available. This is where you got to look as well. We've got a lot of players at a club. You can't sell them all to buy new players for a new manager to come in. It's got to take time. It took Klopp 4 years to get his team. And eventually when he's got his team, he started being successful. So, are we going to be patient, Adam? Is this Liverpool fan base? Are they going to be patient knowing that, we've had a legend in Klopp for 9 years. He's going. The club might think about wanting to play a different kind of brand of football, different way of playing now. Getting new coaches, new philosophies in. Do we have to just sit here and go, he's got to be given time no matter what?
Yeah, I think us as a fan base would give any manager a bit of time, to be fair. Like, I think the only one that I can remember in my lifetime was probably like Roy Hodgson. But that was one of them where we were kind of, he didn't really get a chance. But just going back to what you said earlier, I've said this before. I think Klopp leaving at this time, as much as we don't want it to happen, it couldn't have happened at a better time. There's so many good managers out there, like you've said, that even though we are kind of like, some people getting wound up about missing out on Alonso and Amorim, there is other ones out there that could be just as good. But yeah, I do think those, like, you'll see a change of brand of football and stuff. So like you said just then, didn't one of them mention something about wanting to have someone who could keep players fit? That was one of the precedent things that Ornstein put out a while ago. Something about they're wanting a manager that can keep players fit, and that was something that Ornstein himself, again, he actually said that Amorim's really good at doing that because he's got that strength and conditioning coach who worked at Liverpool before in the past, and then he took him to Sporting or whatever. So again, there's links there. Again, just saying. And then, but yeah, I do think we'll see a change of style, and I do think that us as a fan base would give someone time. I think you're obviously going to see some people that expect us to go and win the season next year, first time at asking. But which, you never know, it might happen. But I would just be basically, if it's going to be a young manager, new style of play, see how it goes. Really, I'm there for it ride. Just got to trust them.
Yeah. Mourinho isn't the clickbait. I said at the beginning of the video, the Mourinho factor is my thing, because if Mourinho becomes Liverpool manager, I'll win $5,000 for a bet that I put on. So yeah, that's part of the reason. Plus, he was at Craven Cottage. Plus, he's now 14-1 for the Liverpool job, where he was 500-1, I believe, at one time for the Liverpool job, and now he's 14-1. So yeah, it's not.
Also,
yeah.
Also, I watched a podcast today with Graham Souness and that idiot from TalkSport, and they talked about Mourinho, and Souness was like, he'd be amazing at Liverpool. Like, Souness is all behind it, and this was today, by the way. So his name is coming up, and I will say something else as well, which I think everyone will kind of giggle at, but it would happen. We wouldn't get any controversial decisions by the referees if Mourinho was our manager. I am telling you, all of that shit would change. Like, honestly, if Mourinho was our manager, there will be no nonsense by those idiots. Seriously. And Amorin as well. Have you heard Amorin in his press conferences when they ask him about referees? He literally says, I'm not going to talk about anything which I can have no impact or change in any way. So talk to me about the football match. Like, that's what Amorin says. Like, and no one ever asks him about referees anymore and referee decisions in games because he said, I won't talk about it because there's nothing I can do about it. Like, Mourinho would just be like, The normal one to the special one. I love that, man. What a news article that would be. That's a headline, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Can I just I just need to tell everyone in the chat that everyone's saying Liverpool ain't getting Amorin because he's got £15 million release clause. Can we stop, guys? Like, it's 15 million quid. We spend more on players. You know, a £15 million release clause is not going to bother them. I know FSG are tight, but do you know how much Klopp gets paid? A £15 million release clause is not going to bother them at all. I think Klopp gets paid that a year. So yeah, it's not going. The release clause ain't going to bother them. I know FSG are tight. I know all that crap, but let's be sensible here. A £15 million release clause is not going to be a problem.
I'm going to shoot off, guys.
Sorry, man.
I'm going to have to shoot off. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you go and shoot, man. Go and shoot. Pick up you.
All right, thanks for having me on again, guys.
No worries, man. See you later on.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Yeah, I think yeah, it won't be. Yeah. Remember when I said Thomas Frank months ago? For a laugh. I don't think it'll be Thomas Frank. Although Thomas Frank has got, you know, a lot of similarities to Klopp personality wise, but to be fair, Thomas Frank plays all right football for Brentford. He keeps them in the Premier League with no money. It's not an easy job.
Yeah. No, it's not.
You know, he keeps Brentford in the Premier League with no money. Playing a brand of football that's pretty. You know, who likes playing Brentford? Brentford are not an easy team to play. He keeps him in the Premier League with no cash.
He's got no players that cost a lot of money. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
I think his most expensive signing was Damsgaard, and he hardly ever plays.
Yeah.
Like, he was like 20 million or something. Like, seriously. Like, yeah. Not for me, though.
Release clauses, wages, and his backroom staff all adds up. Yeah, that's fine, but any manager we got to come in has got to be paid, and his backroom staff have got to be paid. So, you know, someone's got to be paid. You know, it's like, you know, someone's got to come in and become the Liverpool man. We're waiting on obviously the Paul Joyce stuff. Once Paul Joyce says something, we can. Yeah, it's interesting.
An interesting one as well, though, Jamie. Carragher mentioned Arne Slot a while ago, you know.
Yeah.
Carragher did mention that guy a long time ago, like a couple of months ago. I don't know when it was, but I think it was on probably one of his shows. But Jamie Carragher did mention Arne Slot. Just putting it out there. But there's loads of managers out there. There really is a lot of managers out there.
I feel like De Zerbi has never gone away. I think it just went in the background.
His release clause is more than Amorin's, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think De Zerbi. Look at the football De Zerbi plays at Brighton. Let's do this bit by bit. Let's break it down a little bit. Look at the football Brighton play, right? Look at the way they play with the players they got. Now you put De Zerbi into Liverpool playing that way with far better players. Is he really that bad of a choice? You know, at the end of is he that terrible of a choice? You know, if we said De Zerbi last season when he was flying with Brighton, would anyone say no? Look, he lost McAllister, Casado. His best winger is injured all season. He barely had his best left back all season, and he still does a job. You put him with better team, better players, better training facilities, better home ground, better everything.
He's had a year though. He's had a year though with his signings, and they've not been great. And they really haven't been great. Some of his signings, like the guy that he bought, the guy that he bought to replace McAllister, Darude, has gone out on loan. That's how bad he was. The Balboa guy, who he signed to replace Caicedo, he's hardly played. Like, I get the fact that Matoma's been missing. March has been. I mean, he has had a ridiculous injury list now that we think about it. Like, he lost to Stupion for most of the season. He lost Lamptey for most of the season. Is what's the name still out as well? The Scottish lad, the Scottish midfielder. What's his name? Chelsea.
Yeah, I can't remember his
I like
name.
him. I like him as well.
Look,
he's lost him as well, hasn't he?
There.
I mean, yeah.
So we got Deserby.
João Pedro's been injured as well for a long time. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'd rather have Deserby than Slot. Like, that's a fact. Yeah, Gilmore, Billy Gilmore. Yeah, Billy Gilmore's been injured.
Billy
as well.
Gilmore, that's the one.
He's not bang average. I think Billy Gilmore's been good. He's a good player.
Patience like watching me, Jose. Bajan, I ain't joking. I'd love it to be Jose for 3 years.
The internet will break.
I'm here for Jose Ball for 3 years, man.
The internet will break. I'll tell you what, though. We get Mourinho. Salah's going nowhere.
You know how good the content will be on the channel if we got Mourinho in charge. I'm not lying. The content will be flying, man. I just so that's Deserby. We don't know much about Arne Slot unless anyone in the chat knows about Arne Slot. We'd love you some more information. I mean, I don't know the way he plays. I don't know his style of football, his preferred formation. So I'm gonna have to research Arne Slot now. So thanks, Liverpool. Cheers. Another manager we got.
Jamie, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in the chat.
Yeah, Arnie, you in the chat. Yeah,
he's like surfing YouTube, trying to get on people's channels.
Arnie's looking in, make sure it's all good that he joins. But I don't know. I don't know much about Arnie Slot to put a thing in there and say how good he is or not. I really can't. I can't say. I really can't. Arne Slot is a mad name to me. But who's the other candidates? Thiago Motta is apparently a candidate as well now. You know, is it Bologna he's doing really well with in Italy right now?
Yeah, he's doing well with them.
He looks like a young, up and coming great coach, one for the future.
Has he not accepted a contract with Juve? I'm not sure. Motta's going to Juve, you know. Is it Motta that's going to Juve, chat, or am I just clutching it? Have I got a name mixed up?
I won't be surprised. He's doing well, by the way. If he's doing well in Italy, you know, Juventus might gobble him up. Yeah, I mean that might be the case, but he's another one. And Gary O'Neill, obviously the Wolves manager, who was a previous coach at Liverpool, I think for the under-18s, if I remember rightly. Was an under-18 coach.
He also did his coaching badges. He did his coaching badges with Amorin, by the way. Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, you know, and Klopp admires him as well, don't he? He said he was a big admirer of him.
Diego Simeone. Oh, seriously.
So apparently, Ruben Amorim. So there's some news going out right now. Big Adam just sent me this on Twitter. Said Ruben Amorim is apparently in a private jet right now on his way to London for a meeting with Liverpool and West Ham.
Well, that's where our HQ is, by the way. That's where FSG's HQ is in London. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Everyone's got. So this is.
He ain't going to West Ham. Right.
Look, I'd rather it just be Amorim and we're just done with it right now.
Yeah.
No, we're just bringing in the news, obviously. Yeah, big up, Adam. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. I want it to be Amorim. You know, it's the manager we've been looking at most of the time. I think most of the fan base would be pretty happy if it's Ruben Amorim. And we just get on with next season, which, you know, get his players in, do what we need to do. I think a lot of the players behind the scenes would probably like it if it's Ruben Amorim as well. And they'll stay at the football club. And we can build next year. And it's not the unknown. And I think most Liverpool fans are pretty much done their homework on Ruben Amorim and said that, like, watched him, know what they're looking forward to. And a lot of Liverpool fans are, you know, really excited for the prospect that it's Ruben Amorim next season. And then this news comes out. I just don't know. I don't know. Big up Tom in the chat. How you doing, Tom? Been a while, man. Been a while. Maltese Hammer says you can have Moyes. Paying and taking. I big up Maltese. I don't get why West Ham fans don't like Moyes. I don't get it personally, but big up to you, West Ham fans. Much love to you.
He's been amazing for them. He's been amazing
I don't know
them.
the West Ham. I don't know the West Ham hate for Moyes. I don't get it, but big up West Ham
winning cups in Europe, is that bad? Is it, like, for the first time? Like, seriously.
I think Amorim's a pretty decent manager. But yeah, Amorim, look, I don't know who's going to. We're going to get. Do you know how much stuff and gossip we're going to get? It's going to be mad. It's going to be absolutely mad. Finals on his slot is now the bookie's favourite to take over from Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. I'll tell you
what we'll do, though. I'll go and watch final to see how they play. In a bit.
I literally just need to go and see him play and what he does. I don't know nothing about him. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I watch final play, because that'd be mad. I don't know.
Dutch football is really not a gauge to gauge football on. It just isn't.
Yeah, Steve McLaren won the Dutch League. I mean, what we doing?
Yeah, there's been so many poor managers from Holland. There just has, like,
Ten Hag.
You know what? You know what? Cameron's just wrote in the chat. Just give it to Linders. Like, I'd rather Linders manage this than Arnie Slot. If
I tell you what,
Linders.
I think all the players want. I think all the players want Pep Linders to be manager as well.
He might as well, like, than some unknown Dutch guy.
I literally think all the players at our football club want Pep Linders to be in charge.
Yeah,
because it's what they know. You got to remember, these players don't know anything else. They've all
what we're playing now is Linders football.
Yeah,
and it just is.
And all they know, all these players, all they know in their Liverpool careers are Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders. That's all they know. They don't know, like, Liverpool haven't had other managers or anything like that. So all these players are comfortable because all they know for the last 8 years is Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders. And that's probably why the players probably want Pep Linders to be in charge, because it keeps them in their comfort zone. Now, I've said on this channel, many times recently, is that I believe the players are too comfortable now, and they need a new voice and they need a new direction. I think the players are just too comfortable in their surroundings right now and need a pick-me-up and a boost. So we need a new manager. But Arnie Slot, look, I just put Arnie Slot in Google. Do you know the first thing that comes up in Google when I put Arnie Slot?
I really don't want to know.
Casino websites.
Oh, okay.
That's how popular Arnie Slot is. I put Arnie Slot in Google, and the first few things that come up on Google is casino websites, because they think he's a slot machine. That's what we
And a bald bloke.
What about Gasparini?
Isn't he like 80?
I don't think he's as old as he looks.
No, but hasn't he been basically playing the same football for like 20 years? Like, the way he plays football has never changed.
No, but he plays. It's right. So what do we want from Liverpool, guys? Do we want style of football, or do we want to win trophies?
Trophies. We
do
deserve to win trophies.
I'd like to give one in the chat right now. If you had to pick one thing from the new manager, style of football or trophies, let me know. Let me know in the chat right now. If you only could pick one thing, style of play or trophies, let me. And I don't want someone to put both. Yeah, everyone's putting trophies.
Don't write relationships.
Yeah. Trophies. Maltese Hammer wants style of football, and that's why we want Moyes out. Fair enough. Everyone's saying trophies in the chat. I mean, trophies at the end of the day, the aim of football, ain't it? But here's one. I was about to say the Sleepy Forest, but he's beat me to it.
Oh, there's a picture of him at the airport. There's a picture of Amorin at the airport, by the way.
Is there?
Yes.
What if this happens?
Oh, wow.
Well,
as long as Linders leaves, then I'm fine.
What if that happens?
That would be great if Linders left. But then, how does that work with Edwards? Like, how does that work with Klopp and Edwards and Hughes? Like,
I personally think Klopp. I think Klopp's leaving. Big ups to everyone subscribing. I appreciate it.
He's doing way too many interviews on Sky now, so he must be. Like,
no, Klopp. Yeah, Klopp. I think Klopp needs to go personally, just for his own health. Be absolutely fair. Oh,
he looks absolutely dead on his feet now. Right.
Big up Adam, who's just sent me this picture. So let me put it up on the screen. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Hang on 1 second. No, that's the same fucking thing. I just. All right, where is it? See that? Oh, I can't get it up for some reason. Hang on 1 second, guys. Pause. Did I just say what I thought I said there? Yeah, I just said I couldn't get it up for some reason. That ain't true. Let me just let me just put it in there. Right, there you go. Right, let me see if I can get it up now. Paused. I don't know what's going on with me right here. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'll be right with you. My computer's been a bitch. Where is it? I can't
Everyone's still writing trophies, by the way.
Yeah, that's what you need, man. So basically, the picture that Adam just sent me, big up Adam, it's just a picture of Amorin by the jet. So Adam just sent me the picture of Ruben Amorim getting onto his private jet. So it does look like Amorin is on his way. Big up, Adrian.
Has anyone got the flight tracker on yet? See whether that's our plane, because that could be FSG's plane. That.
I mean, it's just.
I'll tell you what, though, if he's coming to London, mate, then something is afoot, and it's going to be soon, isn't it?
It looks like it.
It's going to be soon. Haven't they just gone 7 points clear as well in the league because they beat Foul for Millicao or whatever they're called?
Yeah, it looks like they go do the double.
So it looks like they've wrapped up the league now, which does make sense. Yeah, our headquarters is in London. Yeah, FSG's headquarters are in London. Amorin's going to Ibiza for a rave.
Imagine.
Yeah, I think it'll be I think it'll be done and dusted, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
maybe he thinks, he could think Liverpool's just too big a job. Like, and West Ham is a way to kind of acclimatise himself into the Premier League, and it's also London. That's what I also hate as well. The London law for players and managers.
Yeah. There you go. Got it up. There you go. So, yeah, there's Ruben Amorim getting onto his private jet. That picture's going around
his agents?
Social media at the moment. So he's
apparently
heading to London.
Does anyone know whether that's the agent who's
more likely
just got a place in Liverpool?
So he's on his way to London for talks apparently now. Let's put it this way. There's a reason Paul Joyce ain't mentioned anything yet.
He might need to bring a coat, it's raining.
So apparently everyone, I don't know if it's a new pick. I don't know, but there was rumours that Amorin's on his way to London in a private jet. This is the picture. Buy it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's but that picture, I've never seen that picture before online, and everyone's putting it up at the moment. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've. I don't know if that's a real picture, if it's photoshopped or what, No one will know. But yeah, it's just apparently everyone's saying that jet is. Apparently, someone's saying that jet is from West Ham. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay, so the latest update I've got from somewhere where they are quite reliable is West Ham have spoke to his agents, but West Ham won't be changing coach immediately. They're just looking at options just in case Moyes doesn't sign a new contract.
Yeah, they're saying that is his agent. Yeah, that is his agent.
Also, Arnie Slot is really highly rated by analytics, and looks a very good young coach. And also another thing which I've got is Liverpool have also spoken to Kovac representatives recently. By the way,
Nico Kovac. I remember that one coming out. That one can sort of right.
That was today. That was today. By the way.
I rather have Arnie Slot than Kovac, and I don't even know Arnie Slot is. So I'm doing that straight away. If you can't succeed at Bayern Munich, I don't want you. I know one thing's a Bayern Munich, but he won't like.
I've got some other update. I've got another update on Salah as well. If you want to hear it, it looks like Michael Emenalo, who used to be the I think he was the recruitment guy,
the Chelsea
guy, director of football for Chelsea. Yeah.
He bought all the good players at Chelsea. They miss him bad.
He's really trying to get Mo Salah to join El Ittihad. Is it El Ittihad?
Yeah.
He really wants to get Mo Salah 150 million plus is the
Big up Jersey boy. Are you doing well, Jersey boy?
Oh, so someone's found his jet on the tracker. Oh, good work.
Yeah, that's Jersey boy. Big up Jersey boy.
All the Twitter lot will be out.
I just don't. I am breaking. Ruben Amorin has left London on a private jet provided by West Ham.
Yeah,
traveling to England with his agent. There you go. So apparently he's traveling to London, and that is West Ham's private jet. Wow. So if West Ham get Ruben Amorim, Liverpool better make sure they get the right man. I just don't. We're not going no. We're not going no till the end of the season, guys. We can play. We can do videos and shows on who managers go be, because that's what content's about. That's what content's about. It's us making videos and coming up with things. I get pissed off when people say you make so many videos about a certain subject. Well, that's called content creation, ain't it? When you have Sky Sports News doing same different stories multiple times a day, it's because it's called content. So, we'll bring you this stuff as we go, man. But who knows, man? I really don't know. I really, really don't know. Arnie Slot is now the favourite to be the Liverpool manager. Gary O'Neill's up there. My man Mourinho, if he does win, if he does become manager, I've got $5,000 rolling in. It's good. I just don't know. I just don't know. But guys, I want to talk about as well. I want to talk about the game yesterday, because I don't know if you heard, but Liverpool won a game of football yesterday, and we won 3-1. We won 3-1.
And we scored 2 goals from open play.
I couldn't believe it. And it was away from home, where everyone said we'd struggle. I didn't do any videos yesterday, so sorry for not doing a video yesterday, guys. My back is killing me. I've done something to my back. It hurts like you wouldn't believe. So it hurts less today, but yeah. But yesterday I couldn't do anything, man. I just slept yesterday. But we won 3-1 of Fulham came back, and I'm going to say this as well. I say this quietly, but it was comfortable.
It was weirdly comfortable, wasn't it? I don't know though, mate. First half, Endo looked like he'd just been given a football shirt for the first time and has to play football. Like, he was absolutely dreadful for the first half. Gravenberch was just atrocious for the first half as well. Like, they were all over us, but they just couldn't get in. They couldn't get past the colossus of Virgil and Quansah. I've got to say, Quansah's first choice now for me.
I thought Quansah was better than Van Dijk yesterday.
He's first choice for me now, Quansah. Like, it's just a better player. Like, second half we were brilliant. Harvey Elliott was brilliant second half. Like, Gapco, it's funny, isn't it? He played Gapco in his favourite position.
4 games in a row now. 4 games in a row, Gakpo's been arguably our best player.
The biggest thing for me, and this is the reason why we won the game, by the way, is because we played Luis Diaz on the right. He just gave us something different. He just tries really hard, keeps them pushed back. Like we started the first 15 minutes on the front foot, which is something we just have not done all season. He's great. Like, leave him there. Like, I'm fine with it. Trent looked like he was arsed for a bit. Scored a worldie. It was a weird game. It was a weird game.
It was a weird game because there was no atmosphere in Fulham.
Yeah, it was like they had no fans. Our fans were there. Our fans were brilliant, by the way. Our fans were brilliant.
Yeah, they were. But for a away game, even me included, we all did. We thought that away game of Fulham's going to be difficult after Europe, and winning that game 3-1 in the comfortable manner that we did, And let's talk about the team we played. He changed our big Klopp up. I put it on Twitter as well. Our big Klopp up. He made the correct changes. I was actually proud of him doing it. It was correct. He put a midfield of Endo and Elliott and who else was in midfield? Gravenberch. And then he had Gakpo on the left wing, Jota and Diaz. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. It's going to rattle some cages. But the first half was the first half. I think the team were trying to, that 11's not played much together, and they were trying to work things out and stuff like that. So it was what it was in that first half. But the second half, they came out of more about their game, started playing football. In the second half, Endo started playing more productive forward passes. I will say one thing. A lot of people get onto Wataru Endo. I've heard a lot of nonsense going around about Wataru Endo the last 24 hours about he slows the game down and he doesn't play enough progressive passes. People realise that Endo plays more progressive forward passes in our team than any other midfielder in our squad. Yeah, it's just I don't get the hate for it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I thought Wataru Endo played well, especially in that second half. I thought Harvey Elliott showed for me that he's quite a cultured midfielder. Yes, he doesn't have the pace and that, but like Gary Neville was saying about him, he's a cultured player. He finds pockets of space, and when he finds that pocket of space, he uses the ball really well. Thought he was excellent. But the front three is what I want to get to. Gravenberch's goal was fantastic. You get Gravenberch in them areas of the pitch, he can score them goals all the time for you. But let's talk about the front three, because Cody Gakpo, for me, I mean, this is not for all the Diaz lovers come at me with their forks and spoons and all that. Just chill a minute, yeah? For me, Cody Gakpo protects the ball, keeps the ball, and passes the ball better on the left wing than Luis Diaz. What do you reckon, K-Mac?
Yeah, I agree. Gapco was man of the match for me, by the way. I know he didn't score, but he's man of the match for me. Everyone put it down as Trent, but I thought Trent was really poor after he scored his goal. Like, he didn't track runners, kept on getting caught, gave the ball away loads. It was a really weird game. Like, it was like it was like we needed a third goal, and it had to be Jota, didn't it? Like, it just had to be Jota. Like, he's just so clinical. Like, how many times have we had those chances in games, and we just haven't put that goal in? And it just, soon as that goal went in, it was just like the balloon deflated, and we were just like, okay, great. But Gapco deserved the goal. Like, I thought he was really good. He was full of pace, full of skill. Picks the ball up well. You know, won that free kick that got the goal. The Trent scored the goal from, by the way. Also put Paulini on a yellow card, which was exactly what we needed, because he was just going around smashing everyone. And we needed that. I thought he was really good. I thought the way Klopp changed the midfield round, so he had Elliott on the right and he had Gravenberch on the left, worked. I was really worried that it was going to be Gapco on the right, Gravenberch on the right, and then Trent on the right. And I just thought poor Quansah, but he didn't, and it was bold. It was really bold as well for like a game which was probably one of our hardest games now away, to the end of the season. I mean, Aston Villa away will be a tough one as well, but I genuinely thought this could be one that we maybe lose points on, but got the job done. Brought the rest of the team on, who looked awful. He brought all the best players on off the bench, and they just look
I'm
garbage.
going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now. Do you see the difference between Jota and Darwin Núñez now? Does everyone see the difference? How cultured and better Jota looks to Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez came on and was offside 3 times straight away.
Just chaos.
Then, for some reason, shot at the side netting every time he had an opportunity.
On both sides, by the way. From both sides.
Awful. But when you watch Jota, look how cultured Jota looks in the middle of the pitch. Look at his runs. His runs are better. He's holding up the ball. He's better. His dribbling's better. Look at his goal he scored. If you look at the way he scored that goal, he took it early. He took the shot early, so Leno couldn't really get down to make the save.
Leno was good as well, by the way. Leno was good.
Yeah, it's just
some good saves.
Jota's just class, man.
He pulled off a really good save from Gapco. Gapco had a top corner effort, tipped over. Like, he's a good keeper, Leno. He's been good all season. I just look. They've got a really good centre back in Teo Albarello. I can't remember. I can't pronounce his name properly, but they've got a really good centre back there, and Jota just turned him into mush. Like, he was all over the place. He didn't know whether to stick or twist, because Jota plays in between the lines, really intelligent, like makes those breaks. Like, he does those runs from the halfway line. Have you seen them? And he keeps himself onside, which is the main thing. And he does them over and over again. And that's how he scored his goal. And he'll score more. Like, we had to get that third goal because they were always a threat. It's just a really good team performance. And I hope he plays the same team against Everton. I do. Like, I hope he plays the same team against Everton.
I think that front three has to start against Everton. I think the midfield you could probably take.
Yeah, you can put McAllister in there for me,
and put McAllister for one of Elliott and Gravenberch. But that front three has to stay for me. Jota is completely different class.
And Jamie, before I go, mate, we have to talk about the lad that came on, who must have got dragged out the crowd and been given a Liverpool shirt in Dominic Szoboszlai. Because who the hell was that bloke that they brought on? I know he was only on for like 5 minutes, but I've never seen someone give the ball away so much.
I don't know what's happened to Szoboszlai. I really don't know. He even went and played left wing where we wanted him to play.
Has he got legs?
I don't know what's happened to him. I've got no excuse.
Football boots on the right way round. Like, has he got them on like left foot, right foot? Like, Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about Szoboszlai no more.
Words with him now. Like,
I don't know what to say about him. But that front three for me probably has to stay against.
I think so.
No, Salah come on and look. I don't know where he's with Mo at the moment. I don't know if it's just because he's been out injured and he hasn't played much in January. And he's lacking match
he's injured. I think
or
he's still
Mo
injured,
just
mate.
don't look. Mo looks distracted.
Yeah,
he looks distracted. I don't know what it is. He's either still carrying an injury or he's not match fit. If Mo's not match fit, don't play him. It's not a hard. It's not. You know, I think Diaz was better off the right than he is off the left. And just. I'd go with that front three. I really would.
About with Mo, though, like if you're bringing Mo on for like 20 minutes, like you're upping the number of games that he's played, and you don't want to be doing that because Mo has to eat, doesn't he? So it's like, just don't play him. Like, he didn't need to come on. He really didn't need to come on in that game at all. Like, you could have just brought someone else on. Like, I'm pretty sure he had Dan's on the bench, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, bringing Dominic Szoboszlai on as well. Like, that guy just needs. Just if we can rest him to the rest of the season, I'm fine. Like, seriously, I'd rather play Bobby Clark right now than him. He's absolutely awful. Like, he's ruining all of the good work he did at the start of the season. But I think him and Mo are injured. Like, genuinely believe the pair of them are still carrying knocks or something. Because you can't go from being that good to being that crap. Like,
and look, before we leave as well, I just want to say one thing. I don't like Nottingham Forest fans, but Nottingham Forest were conned yesterday.
Oh God!
By a VAR assistant who's a massive Luton Town fan.
Yeah.
And what Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville said about him is disgusting.
Yeah.
How Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher sit there and side with PGMOL is, I don't know how. There were 3 blatant penalties. The assistant VAR was a Luton Town fan. That is collusion and corruption. You can't do that in this game. What are we doing? They're the most blatant penalties I've ever seen. And Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, for me, are a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. Can't stand either pair of them. I really can't.
I've got no beef at all with the fact that Notts Forest came out with that. Like, absolutely. Like, Ashley Young, like, he was culpable for all of them. Like, it's either the VAR guy's a Luton fan or he's Ashley Young's mate.
and look,
they were robbed. Like, Everton were done there. Like, Everton had the advantages there big time.
Well, what I will say, Liverpool tried to get all the Premier League teams together back after the Tottenham result. And all the Premier League managers didn't want to know. And now they're all crying about the decisions. Well, we tried to get you all together to strike against the BGMOL and do something about it. And this could have all gone away by now. But you all decided no. So for that reason, fuck you all. But Carragher and Neville are a disgrace, man. You know, they're a disgrace. But I did like Ashley Young's tweet that he put out. You know, was it Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake? That was hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I'm off, guys. We're finished here. Look, there's going to be breaking news all night tonight, maybe. So I might be back later. I'm not sure. But I will be on Monty's channel on the Big Sixpence tonight around 10:30, 11:15, something like that. Me, Monts and Cal. It should be a fun one. Make sure you join us again tonight on Big Sixpence. We'll be chatting about this. And once Paul Joyce puts out the big news, because he's not put out anything yet, which tells me something else is brewing in the background. So that's waiting the Paul Joyce stuff as well. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.